What's up, guys? So I'm done with everything. Just got done washing these clothes. And I'm just taking a break. Tired. That was about a 35-minute walk there and back. Pushing a basket. I'm sitting here thinking, man, I can turn that bike. Don't laugh at the bottle on top of it. No, I did not try to ride it. But taking that bike, try to fix it up or something like that, so I don't have to be dependent upon Metro. Getting ready to take a wash off before I go to work. Didn't really have anything important to say. Just thinking. It's quiet. You guys want to see around. It's a little dirty. Ooh. That's what it looks like. It's the top. Hope I did a good job showing that. But yeah, taking a break. Tired. My plans to build a camper is still in play. That's one of those things that for men out there who have dealt with this, you know how hard it is to actually start a project. I remember my dad telling me about when he built a shed. The shed that withstood, I think, for 12 years, 15 years. It could have lasted longer. He just didn't. He got a better job and paid for an actual shed. But I remember him telling us as kids, he said, man, I could have did all of this stuff. I could have called somebody to come do it. He was like, bro, but I just kept procrastinating. He said, until I just had to learn it on my own. He said, I had to go for it. And he built a shed that, man, that thing withstood hurricanes. So it is in me to be a builder. For you Hebrew Israelites out there that make the connection between works and something that you just hereditarily can never escape. You're a builder. And so that's what I'm struggling with, is like, bro, just start it. Just start. You know, that was another thing that I had told myself about choosing a different career as far as boxing. To just cash out, man. Pay the money to get the membership. Pay the money to get the actual gym membership to train. Then, you know, pay for the transportation to get to the events and all of that. And just block everything else out. I really did think about that, but, you know, a lot of these things have to do with ego. When your ego outweighs your spiritual obligations, these are the things that you normally think are more important than just getting through the day. So I struggle with that. Like I said, I'm gonna build a camper with an air conditioner, something very small, but I can still stand up in. You know, we see these things on YouTube all day. Some people building everything from $14,000 campers to $4,000 campers to very few able to build one with like $400. So, you know, that's what I plan on doing. I just have to stop procrastinating. But I don't know if I want to get rid of this tent, or do I want to just fix it up and expand on it and stuff like that, because it will be mobile and stuff like that. But, you know, there's always, I find pallets and wood and plywood. I find that stuff around Houston. Houston is the city of pallets. People leave pallets around like they throw cigarette butts on the ground. It's crazy. So A lot of that has to do with, you know, do I want to use that material, which is free, or do I want to go over here right across the street to Home Depot or whatever? See, I got a lot of things going on in there that I got to sort out so that I don't even want to let that creep in my mind, the doubt of like, but what if it doesn't work? I don't even want to listen to that. I don't even want to hear that. I just want to try it. I know I'm, you know, I mean, we live in an era now where for the last 25 years, you just get on the internet, you know, a simple box with some beams in it. And that's pretty much it. You know, knock a square in it to put your AC unit in there, buy the generator. I'm still, you know, I still don't know what I don't know what power source I'm going to use, either a generator, solar panels, I don't know. Feel free to help me out in the comments section. But I also had a couple things that I wanted to talk about for Christians. I grew up in the church. I left the church when I was 17 years old under my own idea that this ain't making no sense. We go here every Sunday, a black Baptist church. We go here every Sunday, and none of it seems like it's actually benefiting us. So at 17 years old, the routine that my parents had of coming in our rooms, making sure we were all up and ready to go, I was ready to explain myself, you know, to them that like, this ain't making no sense, man. And come with the evidence. Like, you got people leaving early. You got people like laughing at grandpa, or, you know, just very uninterested when I'm watching these people at church, and this just don't seem right. So I left the church, man, and I went through a lot of things, but of course that was the seed that was planted. I'm not faulting my parents or anybody like that. You know, everything happens for a reason. So I started, because of my failures, my life was very, very mediocre, less than mediocre when I was in grade school. And so when I finally, quote unquote, decided that, I was like, yo, man, like, I'm going to try this God and this faith thing, and just because I want to be good at something, right? I want to be good at something. I want something to feel right when I'm doing it. And that is when I started my spiritual journey. Moments after I said that, I was at a point in my life as a kid, as a teenager, where being the middle child and my grades and not graduating and all of that, I was really searching for something to give my life meaning. You know, I spent a lot of my youth trying to be accepted by my family. And I really do think a lot of my faults and stuff would have just kind of gone ignored if I would have just, because my brother was like that. My older brother, Xavier, he was like that. He was he was prone to do things that, as a parent, you're like, why would you do something like that? But when you're not talking to him about grades and stuff like that, I don't know. It became a thing where I just knew, like, okay, so I can get my grades right. And a lot of the stuff that I do outside of that will kind of just be like, oh, well, you know, that's CJ. So with that being said, I started learning certain things biblically. And when I went to jail, I actually wanted to see what reading Bible text and scripture would do and stuff like that. And I ended up having a bond with God that I told you, it's a spiritual bond. It's not a bond where I need my pastor, I need a deacon, I need a Buddhist, I need any of this. It was just like I'm talking into this phone. I would tell God, like, man, I appreciate you, man, for helping me get through this day. And it was genuine. I would talk to him. How these people say, man, you just talk to him. That's what I would do. I would just talk to him. And I would have direct instruction. When I mean instruction, something on the inside of me gave me the confidence to keep going with confidence. Like, bro, I'm not doing nothing wrong out here. I really tried to graduate high school. I really wanted to fit in with my parents and my brothers. All of these things, I really wanted to do it. So it gave me the confidence to stop worrying about what other people thought about me, because for the longest I cried, I got frustrated, I got tired of explaining myself, letting people down and stuff. So that's what gave me the confidence, turning myself into a spiritual person. I didn't, not me, but being chosen by God, period. And I've come so far in my belief in God to the point where I don't acknowledge God anymore. And it's on purpose, because of the way I am is that I feel like when I cross the line with God, and I'll just tell you guys what it was. It was not this last paycheck, but the paycheck before, where I was doing everything centered around, I get paid at this time, so I'll just kind of goof around and do all this other stuff. And it was the longest night ever. Oh my God. So when 12:30 came, I'm like, dude, where's my check? And the check didn't come to about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I was so upset. And I told, and this is where I told you guys about when I watched the show Dexter, is that there's that voice in the back of my head that's like, dude, I'm really trying my best to not. I mean, I would treat God as somebody at my job that I don't like. I mean, it would just, and I'm aware of it, and I don't like it, because on one hand, they say, well, you're just having conflict and you're wrestling with God, meaning your relationship with him is going to grow. All that stuff, I don't care about it no more. I've really grown to just express my discomfort for God and all of that, because I know the script. The script is that, like a video game, I'm starting from the very bottom at a late age. But it's an opportunity for me to say everything in my life I got it by myself. And I have to just watch it play out. I have to watch it play out. I have to watch the fact that I just have to watch it play out. And when I'm like, and I'm not the only one that thinks like this. I told y'all, Dave Chappelle said, like, bro, one of the things that once you cross that line of consciousness to say, bro, I'm ahead of my time. I am ahead of my time. But you still have to live out the times that you're in. So that's what makes you frustrated, because it'll drive you insane. You're outside of your own life looking at it like, bro, just hang in there, man. The world is dumber, lazier, stupider, uglier, all of these different things, but I have to endure it. I have to. Either that or take myself out. Other than that, every waking day of my life that I come out of this tent, hell, even inside the tent, you're going to be faced with conflict. The ability to be able to sit amongst the chaos during the storm, that is what makes you a spiritual person, not constantly trying to find a way out of whatever situation because you're just afraid. So that was what the video was about, was that for a lot of things I started learning, like, wait a minute, we all come from Adam and Eve. That don't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm under the impression that I'm not the most intelligent guy in the world, but if I was working behind the scenes with religion and social experiments, etc., that's one of the things that I would say is like, hey man, if you guys seen the book of Eli, hey man, here's a Bible and this is what's in it. Okay, well, what it would make sense to allow people to read the Bible, buy it, live it, because for the most part, it makes you very passive. It makes you very passive. Not everybody, because a lot of men still, it does make you, if you read the Bible from front to back, it will change you. It will change you. A lot of the, Freemason lodges and stuff like that, they, you ask anybody who is in the upper echelon of ritualistic practices, they will tell you, like, you really can't go wrong with them, because a lot of what, the square and compass is that you have to be led by something higher than you as a man. Okay? Meaning, there's something on the inside of me, even though I'm outside, right? There's something on the inside of me that says, I don't know everything. I know I don't. Just like there's something on the inside of me that conflicts the decision to say, okay, I'm finna start building right now. I'm finna go buy some screws and a drill, and I'm finna just take it all down and go over there. And something on the inside of me says, hey, get through another day, CJ, you can't even save $10 and have $10 carry over to the next year. You need to do only what is needed. Wash your clothes. Clean up around the place. Don't be so eager, CJ, because like a superhero, you find out you got powers, now you want to go out in the street and just start using them, and you might hurt somebody or hurt yourself. So that is what it means to be, of that higher consciousness of like, I know my limits. And in due time, because I have the ability to think things through on a spiritual level, it'll come. It'll come. You know how they say some people, you just got to get tired of something to finally make change. And that's what it means, that spiritually something will click and say, no more. Just like how I ended up out here. Something told me like, dude, I'm not doing it. I'm not house hopping anymore. I'm not going to ask somebody to live with them and pay them rent. I'm not going to, no. I am going to find somewhere to stay. I've done a lot of walking and scouting and stuff like that. I'll find something. And I mean, again, it put me in a position where I said, dude, I would rather be alone and struggle like this than for somebody I'm living with to have a problem with me being quiet or me, frustrated about whatever may be going on. They may overhear a video I'm making or something and think I'm talking about them. I don't have time for that shit. So that's what brought me here, is I'm not going to no shelter where, I got too much property to sit up there and go to a shelter. Like, it's just a lot that went into it where I said, you know what, dude, I'd rather live like this through the cold and the heat. It ain't that bad. I used to do this stuff in the country, but it's going to be one hell of a ride. And that's what I did. Because spiritually, I knew that I was not cut out to be around other people. And so that was one thing for me. I said, hey, man, we come from Adam and Eve. That don't make no sense. It had to be people before. What is in this book? That is a lie. Look, churches. Like, I'm like, it's too many people on this planet that are dysfunctional to run a church. So then I ended up having a confirmation of a church is the body of people. So let's say, okay, COVID-19 happens and you want to shut my church down. Okay, well, we'll take the church over there to Brother Derek's house. We'll take the church over there to the field over there where we own that property. We'll put up some chairs. We'll donate some money, put all our money and buy a gazebo where we can sit under here, buy some fans and stuff like that, and we'll still have church service. Nope. So that's what I mean. I said, nah, that don't make sense to me. And that's why it don't make sense, because a lot of you people have gross attitudes. I lived in a household where that Tyler Perry spirit of being borderline gay, or when people actually had problems, you pray. I tell you, that's what it was. It wasn't an actual physical lending of their hand to you to help you. These people are spiritually bankrupt. My people were spiritually bankrupt. Didn't know anything about spirituality. The last thing they're going to do is help somebody out financially. So that was another thing. Like, the whole church thing don't make sense. For you Hebrew Israelites or people that say, man, I'm going to live on a community. That's fine. But see, like I talked about in the Pastor Dow video, where you guys think that, well, we're going to build these communities and we're going to live like the Old Testament say live, and we going to have Shabbat, and we going to say Yahweh, and we going to call ourselves Israelite even though we niggas. We going to do all of this stuff because I know God still wanted us to stay on track with this. But look here, man, I ain't God. But I know damn well if I'm like, wait a minute, it's going to be pretty jacked up in 2024. If you want to hold a community, I would say it'd be maybe 5 families total. But you're doing all of this stuff that you're trying to carry out that you read in the Bible. That wasn't meant for people like us, because people like us have been subjected to medication, pesticides, additives, GMO, air pollution, social experiments. All of these things we have had done to us. They did not have that done to them back then. So it's damn near like everybody is fasting. And everybody knows when you fast, it's a high. It's a high. When I tell you, when I got out of jail and I hit the free world streets, man, I felt like I was on LSD. Because my body had time to detox all the things that I did in the free world. I came out like, damn, I just want to go to the store and just like walk around. So you trying to have 5 wives and all this other nonsense don't make sense. It's not for us. It's not for us. People and pastors in this church, oh man, we definitely are in a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them think that they can turn on the news and see something or read a post or something and say, praise the Lord, we in the end times. Once again, if I'm of the intelligence of these blue blood families or whatever, whoever these people are, eugenicists, whoever these people are behind the scenes, the Jesuits, the Catholic Church, I would want the masses to believe something. I would say, well, is there a way that I can give the image of these times? Because we're on the Gregorian calendar, not the Hebrew calendar. So we don't even know exactly what time it is. They know. Who? The CIA, members of the FBI, members of the occult, the Vatican, the Pope, the Jesuits, Yale University, all these different, I can go on and on. A lot of these people are splashed around that understand, like, bro, you don't know nothing about the world you live in. Yeah, I do. It's Monday, January the 1st, 2025. The world is 2025 years old. You moron. Get away from me. These people don't know. Oh, man. Donald Trump get in, that's the sound of the trumpet. And all of the blah, blah, blue, blah, blee. You don't know nothing. Oh, man, we need to come together. And we need to pray and shut up. Oh, man, we need to vote and put real people in up. Shut up. Oh man, black people, man, we need to take back what's ours. We need to shut up. There are a handful of people on this planet who know what's really going on. And I got news for you. You have to be someone who is spiritual, someone who sees past the BS. That's why they make movies like The Truman Show and The Matrix. I heard something the other day, and it's true and it ain't news, but people will believe and argue about movies they see based on superheroes, exorcists, child, whatever. But when something is right in their face, plain as day, they do nothing. They don't believe it. And I don't get mad and say, man, we need to what they call it, we need to overthrow this and that. I don't get mad at it, bro. I don't care for anybody getting overthrown, because the plan will be moved forward no matter what. I really truly believe the way you stop all of this stuff and you cause and you force these people's hands, Christians, look up the statistics of people doing XYZ, meaning watching sports, gamble, all these different things, right, that you guys would consider problematic, right? Contact all of these people. So we're looking at what, in the millions, okay? And tell them, hey, I need you to cancel your account, Netflix, anything. I need you to cancel your account, and I need you to stop this. I need all of you people to go to these schools, pull our kids out of these schools. I think we need to, every one of you who are having a child, you all need to stay home and have home births, and they're going to see the numbers drop dramatically. They're going to see numbers drop, and they're going to say, what the hell? How the hell did 50 million people not watch the Super Bowl? What the hell going on around here? They won't report that. They won't report it. They will falsify numbers. So then you say, wait a minute. They just pulled 50 million kids out of public schools completely? Wait a minute. They're not going to publicize it. They're going to make up numbers, or they're going to find out what they can do to take care of it behind the scenes. That is how we come out of this. And I got news for you. That's how you force a person's hand that don't want to beat you. They will begin to beat their own citizens back into submission. But everybody, including myself, at some point, you're going to watch a basketball game. You're going to make a sports bet. You're going to do something. You're going to want to put your kids in school because you're going to want to see them graduate and have friends and these things. You're going to do it. Everybody's dependent upon this system in some way. You're going to go to the store and buy food. You're going to do it. So when you're doing it, that's what I mean why they can do anything. They could ruin your Olympics. They can ruin your life in regards to medication, so on and so forth. They can do whatever they want because over 500 million people, 100 million people, whatever. I don't know how many people on this planet, 8 billion. Out of all these people, more than half are gonna still do it anyway. People are gonna, I need my Starbucks. I've been drinking Starbucks since 1992. I'm not stopping today. Some people have been in rituals since they were kids. I take my kids to the movies every weekend, no matter what movie come out. That's how my brothers, they had a routine with Carlton where they went to, it was either IHOP or Denny's, going to the movies, they go to Academy, they go to Foot Locker, they do all of these, and in that order. They'll do all of this in like 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, and like, that was their ritual. When Carlton picked them up, and for the weekend, that's what they did. They went to McDonald's, IHOP, Denny's. They would go then to a Foot Locker or the mall. Then they would go and look at some cell phones, and if everything was materialistic. So I'm got to get ready to go to work, man. I got to get ready to go to work. So I had fun talking to you guys again. This video was pretty much for Christians. Answer me. I want to hear it in the comments. I already know what I'm gonna hear. Jesus Christ, Lord our Savior, He died for us, and that's why we have ever. Shut up, man. Jiminy Crickets. Please explain to me, everybody don't come from no damn Adam and Eve. Explain to me, why the hell do you think amongst a church house, everybody in there is on the same accord? Nobody in there is calling nobody out for what they doing that's not quote unquote holy. Explain that to me, please. I'm not trying to start no beef or anything like that. Believe you me, somebody can hit me with something in the comments. I'm like, interesting. Or they can hit me in the comments and I'm like, yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Everybody don't come from no damn Adam and Eve. Just a lot of it is just to keep you in line, period. So, thanks for listening to me, guys. Like I said, hit the comments up, good, bad. Try to keep the profanity down, because y'all know how these people are, and you'll lose your channel just because of your comments. So, I'm out, y'all. Check you later.